you're actually gaining access to other potentials, to other possibilities in your life and for yourself. You connect with that thing that's deeper inside of you. You can say your soul, your higher self, you can say angels, spirits, whatever terms that resonate with you or that you want to use, but you're accessing something more than what we experience with our five senses. You're accessing something deeper. And within that space, you're able to see things, potentials and possibilities that you couldn't see from your regular default mode network. So we talk with a lot of people about ketamine therapy, and we try to provide lots of education around what ketamine can do for people and how it can help you. And how we offer ketamine therapy at our retreats is different than the typical ketamine clinic that you're going to go to. A typical ketamine clinic is going to deal more with treatment-resistant depression and anxiety. So it's more at the psychological level. What we're doing at our retreats is taking that, but taking it one step further, one step deeper, and bridging spirituality with the process. So people who come to our retreats, they've already been on an inner healing journey, on a personal growth journey. They've already had some sort of a spiritual awakening. They're starting to work on themselves. They're figuring out different ways that they can do this. So they already sort of have a foundation for the inner work on themselves. And the ketamine is helping them just take that one step further. They're usually ready to go a little deeper in their life to see what the next level is, to expand even more, and ultimately to gain clarity. And so we have a lot of people ask us, what is the experience like? How am I going to feel during it? Lots of questions around ketamine therapy. And we always say that the biggest result that we see from the people who come to our retreats and experience the ketamine for themselves is clarity. Now, what does that mean? Clarity can be different for different people depending on where you're at in your journey and in your life. For some people, it's clarity on what is holding me back. In other words, I know that I am not living out to my full potential in my life right now. For me, it was, I know I'm not living the life I'm supposed to be living. I had done everything that everyone told me you're supposed to do to make yourself happy and to be a normal citizen and human being. And I did all that, and I was still incredibly unhappy, which was worse because it made me feel like something was really wrong with me. What I discovered along the way, obviously, is that there was nothing wrong with me, that my soul was waking up and saying, yes, there's more to life. And so for some people, clarity is like, why am I stuck? And where am I stuck? I can't see it. It's like they say, you can't see the outside of the label if you're inside the bottle. It's impossible. You're unable to see it. So many people just want to know, why am I blocked? What is standing in my way? What inner wound, what shadow, what healing, what part of my psyche is saying that is holding me back, is saying that I can't go to the next step. So a lot of people come to do the ketamine therapy so that they can gain clarity on that. Others come to our retreat because they want to gain clarity on their life purpose, on their life path, so that they feel more fulfilled and they have more meaning in their life, so that they feel like they are living from their soul's passion and purpose, from a deeper place from within them, as opposed to, well, I'm just going to go, get a job to make money and take care of my family. These people desire something more meaningful and fulfilling than that. So they're coming to the retreat to do the ketamine therapy to hopefully gain clarity on what is my life purpose? What step am I supposed to take next? And that's a really big deal for the people we work with, because usually they're driven by something deeper than just the outside. Usually they're driven people by purpose and by passion and by serving others and helping others. And so that's a really big one. And so why ketamine brings clarity is this. And this is why hopefully I can help you to understand why ketamine therapy may be helpful for you and why one of our retreats may be helpful for you. Ketamine creates clarity because it's literally taking you out of the default mode network of your brain. So the default mode network of your brain literally lives in the left hemisphere in what we call quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. This is your identity, your personality, your thoughts, your repetitive thoughts, most of the time unconscious thoughts and behaviors, the meaning that you give to life in certain situations and circumstances. That's the default mode network. It's the thing that's happening all the time that you're not consciously aware of. When you do ketamine, it's literally turning off the default mode network in your brain. And what I will say is that it's turning off that left hemisphere and it's turning on, activating your right hemisphere. We hope to someday get some testing at our retreats so that we can test this scientifically. Right now, it's just my hunch and intuition that when we activate that right side of the brain, it's accessing the quantum. The quantum is infinite possibilities. It's creating a state of presence so that you're not constantly focused on the past or in the future. You're completely present and you have access to infinite possibilities. So because that left side's getting shut off and that default mode network shutting off, you're actually gaining access to other potentials, to other possibilities in your life and for yourself. You connect with that thing that's deeper inside of you. You can say your soul, your higher self, you can say angels, spirits, whatever terms that resonate with you or that you want to use, but you're accessing something more than what we experience with our 5 senses. You're accessing something deeper. And within that space, you're able to see things, potentials and possibilities that you couldn't see from your regular default mode network. And the best example I can give to this is Albert Einstein. He said, we can't solve a problem from the same consciousness that created it. In other words, if your default mode network is creating problems in your life, you're not going to be able to see the solution to those problems from that same state of mind. You have to literally rise above that state of mind in order to see. And when we went to the ketamine retreat for our first time, when we first experienced ketamine, I remember the facilitator telling us that ketamine is like if you're walking through a forest and it's thick with trees and you have no idea the direction to get out. You're trying to find your way out and you have no idea. Ketamine is like literally pulling you up out of the forest so you can see clearly with a bigger picture, from a bigger perspective. You can see the way out, and then when you go back in the forest, you know that's the way out. And that is the best description of how ketamine therapy can bring you clarity in your life, because it's taking you out of that forest where you maybe find yourself lost, and it's giving you direction and answer for where to go next. Something that you couldn't think of in your everyday reality, because if you could have, you would have already done it by now. And so ketamine, I think ketamine therapy for people who are already on a personal growth path and a healing path, a spiritual awakening, and are looking for a deeper sense of clarity and a deeper sense of purpose, it is perfect for those individuals. That is who we make our retreat for, and that's what happened with us. We went to our first ketamine retreat, had no idea what it was, experienced it, and got a ton of clarity for both of us on the direction that we really wanted to take our lives. And it's been magic unfolding since then. Some very hard things to work through, of course, because the ketamine isn't the easy pill. It's going to give you the direction, but then you have to go down and you have to walk in that direction. And that means you have to continuously do the inner work. The ketamine helps you to see a little bit clearer what steps to take to do that deeper work, to take you to where you want to go, or where your soul or higher self is leading you to go. So if that's you, there will be information in the description below you can watch a webinar for the retreat to answer some more of your questions. You can always schedule a call with us. We'd be happy to go over any questions you have or give you some more clarity around what the retreat experience looks like. But if that is you, we would be so happy to facilitate you at our next 3 to 4 day ketamine therapy breathwork retreat. I hope that's helpful for you all. It gives you a deeper understanding, if you're in a place where you're lacking clarity, how and why ketamine therapy can really help you in that process. So don't forget, if this helped you, click the like button, click subscribe, share, and click the red bell so that you'll be notified of all our upcoming videos. I love you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day.